Welcome to my full in-depth guide for the Aug on how to unlock gold within Cold War. I'm going to be giving you all the tips and tricks on the best attachments, maps, and all the strategies you need to know to complete all weapon camos for gold. And just before we start the video, check the description for timestamps as well as the full Dark Matter and Dark Aether camo playlist with all my other guides to help you unlock these mastery camos within Cold War, as well as the server link to join my Discord. And without further ado, let's get into it. The fastest way to unlock camos is going to be having your weapon max level so you can work on all camo categories at once. Now, there's only a few ways you can realistically do this, and that is by leveling up during double XP weekends in zombies, where you can level up your weapon to max rank in 45 minutes, or your just preferred multiplayer game mode. Now, if you don't have a high weapon level for the Aug while you're trying to unlock gold, don't worry, you will unlock attachments and weapon camos just through regular weapon progression. Now we're going to head into the camo challenges. Keep in mind, some of these camo challenges are super straightforward, and there's no way to efficiently complete these challenges just because you will either unlock them through time or weapon progression. Unlocked at level 0, you have spray, which requires you to get 300 eliminations. Unlocked at weapon level 5 is stripes, and this requires you to get 100 headshots. At level 10, you are required to get 20 bloodthirsty medals, which is 5 kills in a single life. At level 20, you unlock geometric, which is 50 long shots. At level 30, you unlock flora, which is killing enemies while they are affected by score streaks, equipment, or field upgrades of yours. At level 40, you unlock science, which is 50 kills against enemies taking cover from you. And at level 50, this is psychedelic, which is 25 double kills. Before I go into some of the more harder camo challenges, these are the attachments I use, and keep in mind, attachments are subjective, and if you have your weapon max level before you even touch multiplayer, you will have all your attachments unlocked. So you might not have all of these unlocked at the time you're grinding camos, but try to use attachments that have similar playstyles. On my optic, I either run the axial 3x optic just for those long range, and it's also good at close range encounters, or I run the thermal scope. Now, if I'm using the thermal scope, it is because I'm using smoke grenades and I'm rushing the objective where enemies are going to have assault rifles, shotguns, and pistols that will outclass the Aug every day of the week. However, in the smoke, you can use your thermal scope to kill them while they are just seeing a gray cloud of smoke. On my muzzle, I have the suppressor, and this is just for increased stealth. For my barrel, I either run the 19.8-inch task force barrel for long range maps or long shots, and if I'm playing a more rush-like playstyle or just playing Nuketown, I'm running the 17-inch titanium barrel, which increases the fire rate and can help especially in those close range situations where SMGs and assault rifles have an opportunity to outgun you. For my grip, I have the airborne elastic wrap. This just balances all the reductions to the speed statistics you get with using some of the other attachments, which actually makes the gun a more well-rounded gun and keeps it balanced in all scenarios. And for the magazine, I run the 54 salvo fast mag just for that increased ammo capacity and faster reload times. Instead of going over general game modes that the Aug excels in, during the more difficult camo challenges that I'm going to cover, I will talk about game modes and maps where these challenges are going to be easier to complete. The first two challenges, spray and stripes, you will complete just through normal gun use. 300 eliminations you will get through gun progression, whether that be leveling up or working on other camos, and the headshots you will complete because you should always be aiming for the head. And if you are struggling with this challenge, hardcore is one-shot headshots at all times, and you should just be aiming for the head just to kill quicker in core game modes. Now for Bloodthirsties, I highly recommend playing Assault or your preferred game mode and using spawn traps and flank routes on the maps that you know to use to your advantage to get 5 kills in a single life without dying. Now keep in mind that Bloodthirsties do also stack, so if you get 2 Bloodthirsties in a single life, so 10 kills with only your Aug and no field upgrades, score streaks, or equipment, it will stack. So if you get 10 kills in a single life, it'll count for 2, 15 for 3, so on and so forth. You can do the math. If you are struggling with Bloodthirsties, I highly recommend holding down an area of the map where you know the best, and honestly pitching a tent and camping it out. To complete long shots super easily, I highly recommend using that 19.8-inch task force barrel that I mentioned earlier. The best maps to complete this challenge on is Satellite, where if you're by the dunes in hardcore, whether that be hardcore TDM, kill confirmed, domination, I highly recommend domination though, just because everyone likes to push the B flag, which is in the middle of that map. As long as you're killing enemies in the dunes, long shots are going to be super simple and straightforward. Also, if you're playing on Miami, stick to the outskirts of the map and shoot inwards at everyone rushing to the B flag in hardcore domination or core domination, and you can get long shots extremely easily. If you are playing core, I highly recommend playing assault on the maps Miami, Crossroads, or Armada. These maps are very big and will have lots of enemies running out in the open where the Aug can pick up some easy kills. However, keep in mind that the Aug is a burst rifle and does not have the best accuracy at long ranges, and the spray pattern can be pretty hit or miss sometimes, so maybe you want to switch out some of your attachments to increase your vertical and horizontal recoil control. To complete the kills against enemies behind cover, this is actually super straightforward now since they have patched how hard it used to be. All you have to do is kill enemies that are either head glitching or camping in windows, basically where they are taking cover from you and they are not fully visible. There is also a map in this game that is extremely easy for this challenge, and that is Satellite. The same thing with the long shots. If you have enemies poking their heads out from the dunes, if you kill them, you're going to get kills with enemies behind cover. I think the most I ever did in a single game was maybe 20 to 25, just killing people, getting long shots, and these kills behind covers on Satellite. To complete your tactical kill challenges, the best thing to do is going to have UAV and the Harp as your score streaks and a field mic as your field upgrade, and to be constantly using these while you're spawn trapping or on a gun streak. This will make it so most of your kills will count towards this challenge. Also, if you are struggling, run stun grenades, smoke grenades, and flash grenades, and as long as enemies are affected by these three, these kills will also be counting. Just constantly be using your equipment and everything possible to complete this challenge, because trust me, you don't want this to be your last challenge before gold. The last camo category was psychedelic, and that was double kills. These are the easiest to get by active objectives, whether that be the B flag or hardpoint objectives or even the assault flags, simply because enemies are going to be pushing these objectives constantly and double kills will come extremely easily. Or if you're playing TDM or kill confirmed, if you're spawn trapping and using your flank routes to your advantage, you can get double kills extremely easily. You should not be struggling with this challenge whatsoever, but if you are, I highly recommend playing Nuketown 24/7, either core or hardcore, and this is the only time I recommend Nuketown, just because you will get outgunned by SMGs, ARs, and shotguns on that map. So try to stick to the normal core game modes and stick away from Nuketown as much as possible. I hope you guys did enjoy this guide and find some helpful tips and tricks within it for whenever you're unlocking your Aug Gold Camo Guide. Leave a like if you guys did enjoy, dislike if you didn't. There's no hard feelings. Subscribe for more videos in the future, and if there is one, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.